COVID-19 is still here, and therefore it remains a responsibility for every citizen in this country to safeguard themselves and others against this deadly disease. Therefore, it's really very, very important. Therefore, it's really very important for us to always wear our face masks. Like I've always demonstrated, it's really very, very important for you to know that a face mask is very important because you are preventing yourself from contracting a disease and at the same time preventing yourself from spreading the same disease to other people just in case you have. Then other mechanisms, of course, like washing our hands with clean water and soap. You can talk about sanitizing if you cannot wash your hands regularly and maybe you have a sanitizer with you, then you take an advantage and make sure that you are safe all the time. We are very lucky we are now studying from home because we are under lockdown to protect the spread of this disease. Therefore, don't make these other unnecessary movements so that you remain safe. We find ourselves alive and then we enjoy that life after this lockdown. Boys and girls, like I've always requested that you permit me, since in the studios with my friend Brian, who is also wearing his face mask for the purposes of clarity and audibility, you permit me to remove this face mask so that I can loudly and clearly reach you, and then you will be able to conceive the facts that we are meant to give you today. Like we started, we are still looking at what we call respiratory system. This is our topic in primary 6, and we really talk about a lot of facts about this, since the same system, actually, I think when it comes to science, we are either lucky, you are very lucky by the way, that we are talking about the spread of COVID-19, we are talking about the contraction of that disease, we are talking about basically the prevention, but at the same time, we are able to understand where this virus multiplies. And this is under the same system, which is the respiratory system, and that gives you a reason as to why you must continue watching Star TV, specifically to SOME program, so that you are able to conceptualize and receive the real basics on how perhaps we can prevent the spread of this disease. In my previous lesson, we looked at a number of things which included the composition of air we breathe in. I told you that the moment you talk about breathing, then you are looking at the exchange of gases. Yes, you can take note of this word. When you say breathing, you should not forget that you are talking about the exchange of gases. And exchange of gases, automatically there is a certain composition of that gas that we breathe in, and at the same time, there is that percentage that you breathe out. Now, in my very last lesson on Monday, I told you that the moment you breathe in, let's say in, and we say out, right? If you said oxygen, if you said breathing in oxygen, we take in 21% and then breathe out only 16%. We discussed about the reasons, right? We furthermore said that if you breathed in, of course, this is just automatic. Breathing in, the moment you take in 0.03% of carbon dioxide, you definitely release 4% of carbon dioxide, right? Then we breathe in nitrogen. We breathe in nitrogen. Yes, we breathe in nitrogen, which is actually 78% of nitrogen. And at the same time, we shall also breathe out 78% of nitrogen. We gave some good reasons that this is the gas, this is the component of the atmospheric air that is completely not needed by the body for any processes. And therefore, that's why exactly we breathe in 78% and we are able to still breathe out 78%. Now, we talked about rare gases. We have got rare gases. Rare gases. If you say rare gases, then automatically you need to understand that you will always breathe in 0.97%, and it is the same percentage that we breathe out. The same reason to nitrogen, like we said. It remains constant because there is no any body process that needs rare gases to really to work, to take place. Unlike in other life situations where some of these gases are used, I mean nitrogen and rare gases. I think I was very smart last time, and I tried to exhaustively discuss where these different gases are useful to man, unlike in this point of breathing. We equally talked about water vapor. Water vapor. And I told you that during breathing in most cases, there is some volume of water vapor that we breathe in, but we usually take an estimation of less. We say we breathe in less water vapor, but then on breathing out, this volume of water vapor increases. And it was actually very clear that very day. I very much remember telling you that it is simply because water vapor is one of the byproducts of respiration. If you define respiration, then automatically you would still see water vapor, carbon dioxide, and maybe sometimes heat coming out of the body as byproducts. Therefore, the volume of these substances in the body during breathing out will definitely increase because the body cells and the body itself will generate more of water vapor that will definitely be released during that kind of exchange. Now, look, boys and girls watching me, I believe some good friends are watching this program. I understand the Katende, Kenneth, and maybe the family, you must be there watching, and other good friends from different parts of the country, like you have always called in to share with me. I still need to tell you that don't change and keep where you are attentively. I will give you a golden opportunity, of course, to call in and we discuss, we interact, and more so, you will give your submission. I mean, after giving you questions, then you will call. Our lines keep running on the screen. You will be able to call and give us your feedback. You give us the answers you have for the questions asked. And then feel free to say, maybe, teacher, what about the response to this question? Ask me any question you want. That is one of the reasons as to why I'm here, to make sure that learning continues happening even when you are away from school. Today, our main concern today is to look at the main events. I promised you that last time, and I told you that we shall look at the main events. What are those activities that occur? Let's call them events. What are the events that occur during either breathing in or breathing out? And these are some of the experiences that will occur some of our body, parts. In this case, want to look at when we breathe in. For example, what happens to lungs? That is one. Then number two, what happens to the ribs, right? What exactly happens to the diaphragm? What happens to the diaphragm? During breathing in, I'm still on breathing in, right? What happens to the volume of the chest? What happens to the volume of the chest? And then we need to discuss together. If this question was posed to you before I maybe discuss about it, what do you think exactly happens to the lungs once we breathe in? How I wish it was already your time, then I would definitely give you a chance to tell me directly, and I see whether you really know what happens to the lungs during breathing in. But of course, I will take you through this, and then later on, I will twist the same areas to see whether you are just following me. That is why I will always encourage you that wherever you are watching this program, please always make sure that you keep with a pen and a book. If possible, if you can't get a book, at least a piece of paper, so that you are able to jot down, to note down some of the areas that we really discuss together here. These could be some of the questions you are yet to meet in your next, in the nearby future as you get back to school. So it's very important. Please take note of this. And that's why my good friend Brian is trying to focus the camera onto the simple areas that I'm trying to analyze with you. Now let's look at this. Lungs. Lungs. If the science doctor asked a question that what happens to lungs when we breathe in or during breathing in, then automatically some good children, I believe you are answering this already, and I want you to just compare your responses with what I'm writing here. I will just simply say that lungs expand. Is it what you had? If yes, then automatically you are learning, you are following me, right? Lungs will definitely expand, and I think this was PRE 2018, 18, 19. They asked one of those, you will just check for me. They asked the question that why do lungs expand during breathing in? So you can now see the magnitude at which you should really take these lessons serious. We are analyzing some of we are discussing, actually we are studying some of the areas that have been examined before, and you can't rule it out that they will never be examined again. Therefore, you need to really pay attention. Now look, lungs will definitely expand. It is just a simple experiment that you can as well do it from wherever you are. Look, breathe in, and now that's how I do it. Let's now go into class. I mean, you Melina watching, and the other good friends, the Edwin and Venetia. Now you tell me, after breathing in, try to breathe in. I don't want to do it because you will tell me, you also, okay, teacher, you also tell us what you have observed. I want you to do it. And then you tell me, what are you observing? Because some of these changes are observable, and others you can either feel them or you can just, use your simple mind to understand what could have happened. Look, one of the reasons as to why these lungs will expand when we breathe in is that lungs have been occupied with air that you breathed in. That is one. They are expanding under the influence of air that has penetrated into the lungs. Simple. It's just a simple logic. You see, you have inhaled in air, and this air you have breathed in is automatically occupying the internal space of the lungs. I think you are able to really understand this if you are part of the lesson. That the moment you breathe in, the lungs will open up. Why do they open up? They just want to increase the surface area. They just want to increase the space so that this air can easily occupy that internal space. And therefore, they will definitely become big. I mean, they will expand simply because their internal surface has been occupied with air. If you're understanding that, then it is okay. Don't cheat me. Clap the science doctor from wherever you're watching. All right? Let's get back here. So these lungs will definitely expand because their internal surface has been occupied by air. And then they will always open up so that they can create this space for the occupation of this air. Let's quickly save time and look at what will happen to the ribs. Ribs. Yes. I don't want to rush to give you the responses. I just want you to first think about it. Right? Yes, I want you to enjoy and feel the lesson. That's why you are being managed by the science doctor. And I will always, by the way, remind you that this such kind of simplified content and facts that we are discussing on Star TV today, they are also found on PrimeLearn app. And I will always tell you that with PrimeLearn, we have done it all already. Look, I always write it on the board so that you go and check for the correct spelling. PrimeLearn is one of its kind. It's just the first online school, I think, for primary level in this country, if I must be very smart over that. And it is the website that we have designed in a such way that children can learn and they can just approach it, get lessons, they learn anywhere, anytime. Just imagine you are right now in my Bushenyi district, deep down in Chitembe, there in the corner cover. Huh? But you are simply using your smartphone to look at the science doctor teaching science from Kampala. Come on. What kind of an opportunity is this? Simply go to Google Play Store, download PrimeLearn, and then follow the steps to register. And it requires you just a simple information. I mean, you will put in your email or the telephone number, then you create your own password, you scroll down to sign up. They will send you some code, mobile code, put it in, and you submit. You already have an account. And therefore, PrimeLearn will start admitting you to go in, and you view your lessons. You go and choose any teacher you want. If you type there, science doctor, they will definitely bring this very beautiful and handsome face. And you continue learning with me. You look at the simplified facts in relation to what I'm handling today. So what an opportunity. Remember that parents and teachers out there, we have also given you an opportunity that if you started using PrimeLearn, then you can start making money. You just look at money. Yes, our chief investor, Mr. Patrick Mukasa, is just watching this lesson, and he has a reason as to why he's supporting education to this kind of level. You get the point. So teachers and parents, you just go, you register with us as an affiliate marketing, then you start recommending, making referrals of other people to watch our lessons. You automatically earn commission. Your money will be accumulating on your dashboard as you monitor it, and you can withdraw it anytime, anywhere you want. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, watching this lesson, I prefer to call you that because you are people of responsibility and you are heading to a certain level where people will admire you because you will have understood all the basic facts that you really need for life. Look, if you say the ribs, I want you to breathe in again then. You can breathe in from wherever you are. Like from what we said, ribs, this is the part of the skeletal system that gives that external protection. You get, let me first make it so clear. The ribs, or you can call it the rib cage, it is the part of the skeletal system that provides strong protection and support, actually basically protection to the lungs and the heart, basically the two. And in this case, when you breathe in, they also react. There is a certain reaction and push and pull and some force that goes to the ribs. Now, what happens to the ribs? Ribs, once you breathe in, ribs will move outwards and upwards. Sorry, will move outwards and upwards. I just want you to understand this. They will just simply move. Yes. There is what I usually do with some good friends around Micheal there, at least led by our great CEO, Mr. Sempija Isaac. You can testify. You can tell those people around you that the moment we say breathe in, I'm always not making jokes during exercises, but I'm just working on science. I'm just running in line with science facts. The moment you breathe in, given that the lungs inside your body will open up, expand in size, they will definitely influence these ribs to equally move outwards and upwards. That's why whenever people breathe in, they tend to have their chest almost towards their mouth, right? You will see someone breathing in and the chest is moving slightly higher. And it is simply because what they protect inside have expanded, and therefore there is some push, there is some influence that is making them take a step upwards and definitely slightly outwards. Boys and girls, remembering what we discussed about the diaphragm, the diaphragm is the part of the respiratory system that separates the abdominal cavity from the chest cavity, as simple as that. Now, the lower muscles of the diaphragm will definitely, when you breathe in, they will definitely move downwards. They will move downwards. And all these reasons we are giving, all these activities and events that occur, that we are giving, they have got reasons, and that's why I must be very open and clear here to tell you that the diaphragm itself will be pulled downwards simply because the space inside the chest cavity has been fully, has been occupied. Most of the space inside the chest cavity has been occupied by the lungs. You see? So these lungs will definitely push the diaphragm slightly lower. You get the point? So once they go slightly lower, they will definitely be creating enough space for these lungs that have expanded to occupy. If you are still asking a question, then I don't know whether you are taking note of what I'm discussing with you here. Now let's look what exactly happens to the chest then. This is self-explanatory. I think one can easily tell the answer here. The moment you breathe in, automatically the chest will move upwards. Will move up. It will move upwards. And in most cases, I tend to tell you that the volume, this word, the volume of the chest will increase, will definitely increase. Just simple logic. It will just simply increase, and this is because the inner part of the chest has been occupied by the expanded lungs. Right? Yes. So if you are taking note of this, I'm now going to take you to the next phase of activities that occur, events that occur during breathing out. I'm giving you just a minute as I talk about prime land so that you take note of what I have written. So you need to understand that prime land gives you an opportunity to start your business inside our business. I mean, you can start making money just today, and you don't need to just keep on lamenting. Lockdown, lockdown, lockdown. It's just for your own good. All you need to do is to have, I think next time in my next lesson, I will come with my phone. I just play it here, and I show you myself in the studio enjoying another program running. And I mean, it's just a school that you will be on, and then you learn different subjects using different teachers. And of course, the experts alone from any part of this country who have gathered their ideas to come up with PrimeLearn that will continue extending services, education, learning services from, up to wherever you are. You don't need to rest and say, we are not studying. Ladies and gentlemen, you will now allow me to discuss with you what exactly happens to the same areas when we breathe out. During breathing out, you will find out that almost these are the opposites of the other. So number one, if we say lungs, what happens? Number two, what happens to ribs? Number three, what happens to the diaphragm? Yes. Number next form, what happens to the chest, to the volume of chest? What happens to these different, the same areas, I mean, the same parts of the respiratory system? What happens to them when we, in this case, breathe out? Do I need to give you some space to think about this? I want to imagine that no, because you can now simply breathe out again, breathe in and release that air and see. You see? The moment you breathe in, let's start from there. The moment you breathe in, given the nature, given the adaptations of your alveoli, call them the air sacs, they will definitely, there are very many in number, they are thin-walled, so they will easily capture every component of air that is breathed in. Then the moment you release this air from your lungs, automatically the second reaction will as well occur. And in this case, let's just take this one very quickly. Lungs will what could be the opposite of expand? So if it expanded, automatically it increased in size. So in this case, you can simply say that the lungs maybe decrease. You can say decrease or reduce in size. The volume, the size will definitely reduce. Will reduce in size. They were big. The ribs will just definitely react oppositely. In the other way, they moved upwards and outwards. So in this, ribs move inwards, stroke downwards. This is the reaction. The diaphragm will move upwards again. The moment you let this air come out of the lungs, the diaphragm will come back to their normal position. Diaphragm moves to the, to their original position, but I just wanted to say that the diaphragm moves upwards. Yes. And then the volume of the chest, the volume of the chest will reduce. The volume of the chest will simply reduce, and then the chest will come back to normal. In other words, the chest will move inwards. It's just simple. And the simple reasoning, the answers you would give to reasons is just simply because air has been drawn out of the lungs. That's why lungs are reducing in size. Air is drawn out, is removed. In other words, is removed from the lungs once you breathe out. You get the point. That too much, that big volume of air that was breathed in is now let go, and therefore we keep with the normal air in our body, which does not make those lungs expand like they were before. This experiment, by the way, can be observed. You can just go and do it. I think this is one of the project works I will leave you with. That you go get 2 balloons. Let your mama, your papa buy you some balloons, and you just need to get these soda straws. Yes, get the soda straws, tie them. You are now using the straws as the trachea, right? Yes, don't allow it to bend, because the trachea does not bend given that it is made of rings of cartilage, yeah? So make sure that your straws do not bend at any point, right? And then you can use the rubber band. If you cannot get the balloons, maybe even this cavera, the white cavera can as well work. So you tie the rubber band at the lower part of the balloons or the cavera, because this rubber band is gonna work as the diaphragm. Then do it gently. Try to blow in some air through the straw. You will observe all these changes and reactions that I have discussed with you here. And then you will come out with some good conclusion that will make you understand that the doctor gave you the right information about this. So boys and girls, if at all we are still moving together, if at all you are still mastering the concepts that we are handling under this, we then need to take a step and we start. Remember, before I leave this point, remember, when you say what happens, lungs expand, they are expanding under the influence of these gases, decomposition. All these, all these components are breathed in into the lungs. And therefore, lungs are gently influenced to expand. All right? Remember that our line is still running on your screen. Therefore, anytime from now, I will definitely give you some questions that you can attempt, that you can answer. And once I open your chance, you should be the first person to call me so that I can make you a winner, a golden winner, by the way, sounding on the national television, giving the correct information. Come on. And then what about calling in number one? Calling in as the first person, right? So I would love to hear your name and maybe where you are calling in from. And maybe I need to give you a reminder, a soft reminder earlier, that once you call in, you either reduce the volume of your TV set, or else you try to stand away from your TV, so other people will listen to you and they will tell you, man, we have heard you. Yeah, don't keep close to the TV because always it distracts me in getting your feedback, really. And then number two, you need to be reminded that as we leave this place, you should not simply say, please, the teacher was too fast and maybe the teacher did not talk about this. You still have an opportunity that you can meet me on Prime Learn. On Prime Learn, you will meet me there physically. You tap and say, I want to study science, integrated science, maybe primary 7, 5, 4, any class. And then you put in science and see. Choose the class you want, choose the title you want. You will be able to learn with me. Boys and girls, you will now permit me to take you to something different and maybe connected to what we are really covering. I have a dream that in one of our next lessons, we should be able to start another topic called the science at home and in our community, where we shall talk about a number of ways of obtaining safe water for drinking, clean water for washing, and other things, of course, like washing activities. I think I will carry the basins and whatnot here, and then we practice these home chores right from Star TV, so that you start doing these things right, and you tell mommy and daddy that our school is still the best being managed by. Oh, someone is getting in? Oh, well. I can now see what that calls for. Let me have some few questions then. It's really very fine. Let's have some few questions so that you can start talking, giving me your feedback. Let's come out with an activity. Activity number one. What percentage, okay? What percentage of nitrogen, what percentage of nitrogen is breathed in human beings? In human beings. Question number two, we can now quickly look at why do lungs expand during inhalation. Question three, we can now respond from just basically from these ones. Name the skeletal part that protects the lungs from external damage or injuries. Okay? Question 4, you can respond to this. What happens? What happens to the following? To the following during breathing in. I believe you are taking note of what I'm setting here. Then you can say Roman 1, we can have the chest. Okay? Roman B, you can have the diaphragm. Okay? The diaphragm, GM. Okay, we can have C, lungs, which is actually okay. And maybe D, you can have the ribs. Number 5. Why does the volume of lungs reduce during breathing out? During breathing out. Why does that volume reduce during breathing out? I just want you to think in relation to what we discussed and see if this was a test brought before you, how much of this work would you really have passed? And that is why we learn, we have to learn. And after learning, there must be understanding, there must be the mastery, and then continue learning with us because we are special in our own special way. Just get Prime Learn up now. You can tell your mom, your dad, that I want to learn because they already have these smartphones, you have your gadgets. I love some of you already who have your own laptops. That is just a milestone. You need to just simply use that opportunity to become a unique child and you learn ahead of others. Simply download Prime Learn app and take an opportunity to reading ahead of others. After downloading it, register and start watching these lessons which are already there. You can WhatsApp that teacher who presented that lesson. You can as well make arrangements for Zoom chat so that learning is more of physical and you enjoy it. So these are the questions, boys and girls. I believe I love the way my brother Brian on camera is trying to read. Yes, perfect. Yes, hello.
I'm answering number 3.
You are who?
Rib cage.
What
My
is
name
your...
is Jasmine.
Sorry? What is your name?
I'm in Mukono.
You are in Mukono.
I'm answering.
You are answering number what?
I'm answering number 2.
You are answering number 2. Number 2, number 3? Number 3. Okay. Yes. Okay. This must be Jasmine from Mukono. I think I had that. Perfect. Yes, Jasmine, thank you very much. And of course, greetings to your mama. Mama Judith, you are a very good friend. We have actually become friends out of this experience. And thank you very much, really, for supporting the learning of your child. Continue doing so, and then download Prime Learn and encourage other members to do the same so that learning can be enjoyable and it can reach out very many other Ugandans. Yes, please. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Hello?
Yes, hello. You are live and clear.
Melina.
Oh my God. Yes, Melina. Melina, I'm getting you, please, if you can speak to me and you give me your
number
response.
1.
Yes, number 1. Perfect. Thank you. Yes, go on.
78%.
78%, yeah. Melina on Salama Road, thank you very much. I just love the way you participate. Of course, from Victoria Mutundu Primary School, one of the real schools, perfectly and bravo to our CEO, Mr. Moya David. Yes, Marina, do you have another answer?
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Hello?
Yes, please, speak to me.
My name is Jasmine.
Jasmine from Mukono once again.
My name is Jasmine.
Jasmine, yes, please go on. From where are you calling?
I'm answering number 4.
Okay. Go on. Number 4.
Move away a bit so that I can answer the question.
Okay, thank you very much. I respect that. I give you respect for that. Go on. Yes. Jasmine, the question is, what happens to the following during breathing in and Roman A is chest? Okay. Well, I don't know whether Jasmine is still there, but then at least I believe all questions are now well focused, and you can note them down in your book, as well as trying to respond to these questions live here. You can give us a call using any of those lines, and then we just go on and enjoy this session together. Yes, boys and girls, I believe very many of you are watching from different parts of the country. Masindi, Muvende. Oh yes, you are live. You are live, my friend.
Hello?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Yes, please speak to me.
Uh,
I'm good, thank you. What is your name and from where are you calling?
Question number 3.
You are answering number 3.
Rib.
Sorry?
Rib.
Or ribs. Yes. Thank you. Number 3, ribs. Could I please help me know your name and maybe from where you are calling in?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
My name is Mugabe Joshua.
Sorry?
My name is Mugabe.
Your name is who? Okay.
My name is Mugabe Joshua.
Joshua. Perfect. Finally, Joshua, I get you right. Where are you calling in?
Number 3.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Rib.
Joshua. Yes, Joshua. Are you still on?
Number 3.
Number 3, Joshua. Okay. I think, Joshua, we have already gotten your response. You said number 3, the answer is the ribs, and indeed, that is the perfect response. Either you said the ribs or the rib cage. Remember, before I forget, remember that just in case you do this activity, maybe you have not gotten a chance to call in and discuss with us, please, you can still reach me. I'm giving you an opportunity to talk to me. You ask me any question, or alternatively, use the same numbers to send me your responses on WhatsApp. Any of the two. They are on WhatsApp. You call in live, and I will be of help. I will either mark you and award you with the marks, and I will be able to read your names when I get back on air, so that you feel the energy is really, appreciated. Otherwise, if there is still another person, you can call in and discuss with me. And yes.
Hello?
Yes, great. Hello.
Number 4.
Please, what is your name and from where are you calling in?
My name is Mungam Calvin.
Carvin.
From Zambia.
From
Zambia.
From Zambia, yeah, Carvin, I have remembered you once called, yeah. Yes, please go on. Which question are you answering?
Number 4B.
Number 4B.
Yes.
Yes, please go on.
The diaphragm moves downward.
Sorry?
The diaphragm moves downward.
The diaphragm moves downwards. And do you know the reason, Carvin, if you can respond to that, why do you think the diaphragm moves downwards once we breathe in? Carvin? Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, my great friend Carvin from Zambia. And maybe you can think about that. And some other person can call in and respond to that. Why does the diaphragm move downwards during breathing in. Yes, please, my friend.
Hello?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Yes, please. You are speaking to the science doctor, please.
My name is Howard.
You are Howard. Yes.
My name is Howard.
Muhammad. Okay.
I'm calling from Boyogere.
You are calling from Boyogere. I have that one right. Yes, please go on. Which question are you answering, my friend?
I want to answer number 4C.
You are going to answer number 4 what? Please go on. Oh, yes. Okay. The one challenge I'm getting.
Number 4C.
Number 4C, please, Muhammad, go on. Lungs. What happens to the lungs?
The lungs expand.
The lungs expand. Perfect. Thank you very much.
The lungs expand.
Yes, thank you, Muhammad. Give me the reason. Why do you think lungs do expand when we breathe in?
My name was Howard.
Howard, yes, please. Howard, I'm sorry.
Because we exhale air.
Sorry?
Because we inhale air.
Okay. Because we inhale air. And of course, it has something to do with what we said, that the lungs will definitely expand because their internal surface has been occupied by the air we breathe in. Therefore, they always expand so that okay, some other caller? Yes. When you call in, you try to stand away from the TV set so that we don't...
Hello?
Yes, please, hello. Yes, please. Who is this and from where are you calling?
I'm from Micheal.
Sorry?
I'm from Micheal.
You're from Micheal, my sweet. Thank you. From Micheal, what is your name?
I'm answering.
Could you allow me know your name so that I just... Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, hello.
My name is Ivan.
Your name is who?
Ivan,
yes.
Yeah, I just want to... Okay, those questions are like in a story form. So those learners to give that answer in a full sentence.
I just want to get your question, Kiriale Buhana Ivan. What is the question? Yes.
Answers, I want answers, okay, in full sentences.
You can
like number 1.
Yes, number 1, yes.
Number 1, which is first in 8%.
Number 1, what's wrong with number 1? Ivan? Okay. It could be the network issue, maybe, but he had something to speak about number 1, and you can call us back so that at least I don't lose you. I still need each one of you. Yes, some other caller. Some other caller, please speak to me. Yes, hello. Hello, speak to the science doctor. Okay. So thank you really very much for those who are participating and those who have really participated. Yes. Hello. There is someone calling in. Please speak to me. Hello. I just did not want to miss you, but then network could be disturbing you in one way or the other, but you can still use your chance. You call in, you still have some few minutes to speak to me. And yes, another caller? All right. So some of these questions, actually all of these questions were drafted from the content that I discussed with you today.
I want to answer numbers.
Yes, what is your name and from where are you calling?
I'm calling from Boyogere.
And what is your name, my brother?
My name is Howard.
Howard, once again, please go on.
Howard.
Yes, Howard. Okay.
I want to answer number 3.
Number 3, it is okay. It's okay. Howard, please go on.
Number 3.
Yes, fine. Howard.
The answer is the rib cage.
Is the rib cage, or someone said the ribs. That's perfect. Thank you very much, Howard, from where you get it. Just simply tell mommy or daddy to help you download PrimeLearn app. Download this PrimeLearn app from Google Play Store for those who are using Android phones. And if there is anyone using iPhone, please, for your case, go and put in www.prime-learn.com. I repeat, www.prime-learn.com. You will be very able to really access this PrimeLearn app so that we can continue discussing and learning together. I can see I'm running out of time, and I will always tell you that in case you answered and did not get a chance to reach me live in studios, please take note of these numbers. You can send your work on any of my telephone numbers, WhatsApp. They are all on WhatsApp. I will be able to mark you, and I give you the feedback for where you will have not understood. You can as well take note of this, like my brother Ivan. I did not get your question very well. Please reach me, and then we shall be of use and of help to one another. I will already thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to Star TV. This is just an opportunity at hand. All we need to do is to utilize it smartly well so that we just become winners at the end. I will always thank the people I work with. Of course, Ghana Brian, who is on the camera, I thank you very much for making this one perfect. There is my great friend Micheal in the control room. He did his part to make sure that all the viewers can able get these pictures clearly. And of course, all of you real parents from the real schools. Why not? Your parents from Victoria Mutundu Primary School, perfect. Your parents from Machine Junior School, perfect. Your parents from Gordon Junior School, Kawala, perfect. And therefore, you just took a chance, you took the right choice, choosing to work with the real schools, because that's why we keep giving you the best always. Let me now, of course, thank my good friends who cannot twist their channel whenever I'm on. Of course, Mama MJS, Madam Nawada Betty, Blavo. I have our great real CEOs of the real schools, of course. Mr. Moya David Victoria Mutundu Primary School, perfect, right? Mr. Sempija Isaac, Machine Junior School CEO, great man. And then Mr. Sekate Augustine Gordon Junior School. I will never, ever again forget, of course, to give a salute to our beloved, the real director, Mr. Mukasa Patrick, the brain behind these brains. Bravo, and thank you very much for respecting this field of education. So ladies and gentlemen who managed to watch this, I will always respect you because you give it your time. You take us as your number one choice. Therefore, you have a reason to live. That's why I want to sign out in a style by telling you that your mask is your tool to remain safe so that you have life after this pandemic, and then we continue enjoying our country, Uganda, because we are here to stay. My name is Edwin Twinomujisha, the science doctor. For now, respect.